Now we get set for the mixed team gold medal match, I believe. Team USA taking on India here at Lindquist Field. And it's a quick turnaround for Brady Ellison, who's out there with Miranda Leek, who we saw earlier tonight here at Lindquist Field, as the women's team fell to the People's Republic of China, but now a chance to avenge that defeat and get a victory. And Brady with another chance to try to pick up a medal here in the mixed team competition, another gold medal. And this is a good team for Team USA. They defeated Switzerland, Mexico, and Italy as well, as you take a good look at Brady Ellison and Miranda Leek. Brady really a rising star in this sport. He's got a chance to really break out next year in London, I think, don't you?
Yeah, he's been definitely quoted as one of the big medal favorites as the Olympics approach closer and closer.
And he gives a lot of credit to Coach Lee.
Yes, he was hired from Australia, but Australia had hired him from Korea, and he's definitely turned around the archery program in the United States.
Deepika Kumari and Jayanta Talukdar, and there's their coach from India. The Indians reached this point by defeating the team from Iran, Great Britain, and also the Ukrainian team. So they got here in that fashion. Interesting, Team USA really had a battle with the Italian squad, Frangili and Valeva. Valeva, of course, one of the most, maybe the most decorated archer still competing in the world today. And that was quite a match. They won it by 3 points. Other than that, they really weren't pressed in the other matches so far.
No, definitely Frangili and Valeva from Italy have been a force to reckon with on the archery circuit, especially with mixed team. And in the mixed team, we're going to see that each archer is going to shoot 2 arrows each for a total of 4 arrows per end, which is not normally seen. Opening arrow from Miranda is a 6. Now what's happening here is that conditions are changing on the field. The air is becoming more damp, it's becoming cooler, and we can see that the air is moving through the venue at a little bit of a faster pace than what Miranda has shot in earlier today.
Not an auspicious start for Team USA, and you could see that look on Miranda's face. She was a little bit surprised, I thought.
Yes, and you can see both of them trying to discuss what the conditions are on the field. Team India, Miss Kumari, shooting now. Both Miss Leek and Miss Kumari were on this field earlier today, but in absolutely different conditions. However, Miss Kumari is shooting a 9 and showing that she's adjusted a lot quicker than Miss Leek.
And that's how quickly things can change in this sport. It was just an hour ago they were out on this field.
Mr. Talukdar, that's an 8, and a 3-point lead for India after the first 2 arrows.
So some ground to be made up by Team USA as Team India gets off to a good start. And we'll see if Ms. Leek can make the adjustment. And she does, quite well.
That is a very good adjustment for her.
That ought to boost her confidence.
That is a very good sight move or form reconfirmation for her, but either way, that's a 10, and that's a big confidence booster for Brady as well. And that's a 9 just high. He's still got to keep moving his sight up to make sure that the arrows start falling into the 10 ring. 33 out of a possible 40 points for Team USA's first end.
Now Ms. Kumari.
That's
right
a 10.
on the line.
Inside the line. And a 7 will take the lead for Team India. Inside the red. But he does better than that. That's a 9. All of Team India's arrows are high, and they've shot a 36 unofficially out of a possible 40 points to take the lead by 3 points over Team USA.
So Team India getting off to a quick start, the 3-point lead after the first end. Here in the mixed team gold medal match, USA versus India. And Brady Ellison and Miranda Leek on the left, and there's a good look at Kumari
and Jayanta Talukdar. Now these archers have a little bit of a predicament because the point turnaround can happen, but sometimes doesn't happen as dramatically as in the previous team runs that we've seen. There's only 2 archers here on the field for each team, 1 male, 1 female, and that's what makes it the mixed team round. They were trying to get this type of round more publicity, and we can see some of the U.S. archers here. That's Jennifer Nichols on the left and Erica Anschutz on the right. And Team USA will be shooting first on the left on target number 1 because they are trailing by 3 points behind Team India.
Go, Miranda.
So the 18-year-old Miranda Leek peeking through that sight at a target 70 meters away, and she nails it.
Quick shot, but it's a 10. That's a great shot from Miranda. And Mr. Ellison is going to be coming up strong and using that to boost his confidence.
On the
10
line
points.
for the 10.
On the line, for sure.
So a great start for the Americans as Brady goes over and talks to Coach Lee.
Still, things are kept a little playful on the field of play.
You got to have fun, don't you?
You do. If you're not having fun at this sport, then there's no reason to do it.
And right now, Kumari's having some fun.
There she is, shooting a 10. Both of the archers from India shot their first end just a little high. You can see the previous holes, or the holes from the previous arrows in the target. So both of them have made some minor adjustments, hopefully to bring their arrows down into the 10 ring. Talukdar, a 9. Definitely not a good shot from him, but enough to keep him inside the yellow rings.
So Team USA picks up a point. They were down by 3 after the first end, now trail by 2.
Another strong shot from Miranda Leek. That's a 9 asterisk, which means that it could be a 9 or a 10, depending on if the arrow is touching the line when it's verified later on after this arrow from Mr. Ellison. That's a 10-point shot from Brady.
I talked with him yesterday, and he said it was about a year or so ago. He really felt like he turned a corner and started to become more consistent, which built his confidence up, and that was really a turning point for him. And we've seen it in the results.
Brady's been storming the podium. Miss Kumari has had a little bit of trouble here. 15 seconds left for her and Talukdar to shoot the arrow. That's a quick shot. 7 points. 10 seconds for Mr. Talukdar to shoot his arrow. 6 seconds. 5.
He's not rushing.
4, 3, 2.
He's not going to get it off.
Shoot it.
He is not going to get that off. And that's because of the problems Kumari was having.
Yeah, and that's a big disappointment for Team India because you only get a certain amount of time per arrow to shoot. And if you have to be able to allot your time and divide it equally between the archers, or give a little bit more time bias to the archer that's going to be taking a little bit more time. However, you can't foresee any problems that happen on the line, whether it be an arrow falling off the arrow rest or cracked nocks.
Let me play the devil's advocate. He had about 3 or 4 seconds. It looked like he could have gotten off a very quick shot. Obviously not the best shot or the shot that he wanted, but he decided not to take it. Why?
Well, there's a big risk when you do that. The first risk is that you're going to get the shot off quickly in time, but it's going to be a really bad scoring arrow. It could be out in the black, could be in the white, whatever. It could even miss. However, if you're up at full draw, the time runs out, and you can hear an audible horn sounding while you're at full draw or before you release the arrow. Let's say that you hear the horn and the arrow gets released. You're going, and the arrow hits the target, you're going to lose your highest scoring arrow that's already been shot, or the highest scoring arrow that lays on the target. So it was a little bit of a head game for Talukdar when he got up to the line. Sort of like, do I shoot this arrow? Do I not shoot this arrow? Do I just step off the line? And he did the right thing, in my opinion. Just take the arrow off the string. It's a gold medal match. You can walk away with at least a silver medal. And he did the right thing. He didn't get his heart rate up. He didn't try to do anything dumb. And he just stepped off the line. So it was a good move by Talukdar. Unfortunately,
it cost the Indian team.
They are trailing by 11 points now, which is a very tough thing to make up.
What a huge swing. Team India was up by 3 after the first end, and now at the midway point of this match, they trail by 11. That 9 will help start to get them back into things. But of course, Brady Ellison and Miranda Leek are intent upon not letting that happen.
Exactly. Talukdar, 9 points.
So a good start to this third end for Team India. Now the Americans, Miranda Leek and Brady Ellison with 39 out of a possible 40 points in that second end, and there she goes, right in the middle of the target. Almost dead center.
And Team USA using that little blip that India had as a kind of a stepping stone towards their victory. It's unfortunate that that had to happen, but I mean, you can't do anything about that anymore. And another 10 from Team USA.
Quite often in almost every sport you watch, and you know this, Crispin, it's the team that makes the least mistakes.
Yes. Sometimes you get lucky and you have a better than your average performance in tournament, but that doesn't happen very often. That's a 9 from Team India, Miss Kumari.
3 9s in a row here in the third end.
And 27 seconds left on the clock for Mr. Talukdar.
Who can take a little bit more time now at his leisure.
Yes. Much better than 5 seconds.
And see?
And a 10. So he uses his time wisely. When he's calm and confident, he can shoot those 10s. Unfortunately, it was too little too late. Oh, and that could turn things around. However, the team from the USA has tied up the score with 1 arrow left in this end. Both teams at 99. Not sure why that arrow went out to the right for Miss Leek, but
a 10 here from Brady Ellison puts them right back up where they want to be. 9, they'll settle for that.
9 is still good, yes. That's a 9-point lead for the team from the United States of America. And even though Brady looks a little frustrated right now, I mean, he's got to know that they've got a comfortable lead over the team from India. And once again, you still don't know what's going to happen in the final arrows of this match. But you have to keep shooting at your best on both teams' accounts just because of any mistakes that any team can make. And Brady's saying, look at those flags, look at those ones, right? And just look at it swirling in this stadium.
Yes.
Yeah. We are in an enclosed space, so the wind could be pointing, or the flags could be pointing in one direction at one side of the field, but be pointing in another direction at the other side, which indicates that swirling wind. So the archer could feel the wind, let's say, blowing left to right at the shooting line, but the target is showing a right to left wind, which is a very tough thing to shoot in, but not impossible.
I would think one of the best things about reaching the finals is you don't have to go retrieve your own arrows. You guys do a lot of walking during the elimination rounds, don't you?
We do. We do a lot. I think it's on the order of 6 kilometers that we do for walking during the qualification round. But the fact that we don't have to walk down range right now just helps the flow of the tournament go a little bit faster. And we can see that the scores have been official and confirmed. It's 108 points for the team from the U.S. and 99 from India with 1 end left. That's 4 arrows per team to go.
So Team USA just needs to be solid, needs to be consistent to wrap this up and pick up the gold medal here in the mixed team competition. 1 man, 1 woman on each team.
Ms. Kumari taking her time on that shot, but 10. It's a good shot from her, solid, and Talukdar up on the line.
When you take that much time, are you trying to clear your mind? I would imagine there's a million things that could race through your mind as you wait to shoot. There's another great shot.
That's a 10 from Talukdar. What happens when an archer spends that much time on the line is that there's a little piece of metal that goes over your arrow, and once your arrow point has passed that metal, it clicks against your bow. So sometimes under pressure, archers will tie up and they won't be able to get through the clicker. They won't be able to pull their arrow through that clicker. That's an 8 from Ms. Leek. And what this does is make sure that you pull the bow to exactly the same draw length every single time. So our archers can get stuck underneath the clicker, and that's why some archers will take a little bit longer time pulling through the clicker. Ellison with a 10.
Brady warming up for his gold medal match a little bit later on tonight against Rachov from the Ukraine.
Final 2 arrows for this gold medal match. A little bit of a blip there, and it's a 9. It was really small, but she moved while she was at full draw, which generally isn't a good thing for an archer to do. But she still held it together and kept her arrow in the yellow. 13 seconds left for Mr. Talukdar. And that's an 8.
So Team India finishes up with 136 points. Team USA needs but 11 to wrap up the gold medal on 2 shots.
Which should be a piece of cake. That is a 9, according to the spotters.
So here's Brady Ellison for the win and a gold medal. It would be his 2nd of the night, coming back-to-back.
He needs 2 points. That's
It's
a 10.
over. It's over.
Team USA unofficially winning 145 points to 136 points over Team India. Unfortunately, Team India had that little blip where Mr. Talukdar could not get one of his arrows off, but that's the way the sport goes, and the time limits start to put some pressure onto some archers. Some archers deal with it better, some archers don't deal with it as well. So as we saw here, Team USA victorious, and a gold medal for the mixed team recurve.
Look at those smiles on the faces of Miranda, Leek, and Brady Ellison as they pick up a gold medal in the mixed team competition here in the recurve competition portion of this event. Of course, tomorrow night it'll be the compound, and we'll see those archers tomorrow evening competing out here at Lindquist Field. And Team India left to wonder, what if? What if they had not run out of time at the end of that second end? Well, and Talukdar had been able to get that shot off.
We can see that India did lose by 9 points unofficially. And if India had scored a 10 on the arrow that they weren't able to shoot, that would be a 1-point victory for India.
They're going home with the gold.
They could have been. But that's a big what if, and unfortunately we can't speculate on what would have happened, because it could have been a 10, a 9, or an 8, and so on. So.